I feel like I'm living in a hybrid of my kid's pouring water on the ground again. I already smacked him about it one time because he's 11. We don't do that anymore. I feel like I'm living in a hybrid of the Truman Show and the Twilight Zone. There's no one to talk to about this whole Teddy, do not pour water on the ground. Do not do that. It stays in the bathtub. We already had a fight about it. I don't know what to think about where we live. My one neighbors who I bitched about are cool now. Well, they've always been cool. They just kind of like ignore me most of the time when I'm out there, or they like won't make eye contact. But Teddy was out there and he was like getting in the way of the fireworks, and I had to go get him, and they're like, no, it's cool and stuff. And then the other kids out there treat me like I'm a zebra or something. They like, it's like children of the corn. Like they don't say anything, and it's just weird. And there's no one to talk to about this whole fucking twin flame thing. It's just 3 years of my life now, and I feel like I'm not blaming my person, but it feels like, because I don't know for sure if every single environment that I go to, if he's just making multiple accounts, but it feels like that. And then I'm like, what if I can never meet other people? Like, what if I'm always in this weird surveillance bubble, and this weird jealousy is always happening, and I feel like I'm an experiment that's being studied. Like, does that ever end? Because I don't hate my person, but I also want to get out there and meet other people. I don't want to be gang stalked. Like, I don't think that's a weird thing to say. I don't want that. And it reminds me of this dude that I dated. I didn't actually date him. He was this guy when I was he was younger than me, and we went to a dance together, and we were like friends. We had groups of friends that hung out or something. And I think he did theater too, but he was like he was like gonna get ready to go to the military. I don't know why that part stands out to me. He was like doing stuff to go to the military, and he was cool. Like, he was real tall, he was handsome, he was a cool dude. I mean, he was a little bit awkward, but I was like, none of that bothered me, but it was like something about it was like he just thought that I was liked him. And so there was never like this like flirting or like getting to know each other. And so it got really awkward. And I remember when I went to a dance with him, and I just started getting wild and like dancing all. I don't even think I was dancing with other guys, but I was just like twerking and like doing all crazy stuff. And because I was like, it was weird. I didn't know how to like break the obsessive energy, and it was just strange because he would do weird things. Like, he would just like drop gifts off at my house, which normally would be something that you would think is like, it was a simp kind of thing. It was like, one time he got me a fucking betta fish. I think I told him to keep it. I think he got me a bait, like, because my friend had a boyfriend, and the four of us went to a concert, and the concert ended up being canceled, and he felt bad about it. So he like bought me a betta fish. He bought me like a milkshake one night, because like we lived in like a close neighborhood or something like that, and just dropped it. And I remember it was like the first time I was just like a bitch to a guy, because I was just like, oh, bro. It was just like the craziest thing, because like, I didn't have that happen at that point very often. Later on, there were guys that I felt like were interested in me, and then it became like a mutual thing. But I was never, there were some guys that I crushed on, but I didn't feel like they were into me. So this was just sort of like I don't know. And I don't know why that's reminding me of this, but it's like this weird, it's like all this stuff is like not spoken about. And then I just have to keep like accepting it, and I don't know how to like break it, or like how to get out of it, or how to move on with my life. And I love my kid, and I don't want to like, but I'm like tonight I got home and I was like trying to dance because I wanted to do the things and post it on OF, and I was in the mood for it, and I was also trying to eat, and all of a sudden I was like ravenous, and I was feeding my kid at the same time, and then he's outside eating, and I had to go out and check on him, and he was running. He went over to the person's, we did the hammock, and then he went in their windows, which he can't do, and then he went in the way of the fireworks, and then he got mad because I was like, you have to come in and take a bath. Threw water on the ground. I smacked him. We had a chat about it, because that's been a thing that needs to stop. And I'm just like, I have a little thing planned for us tomorrow. And I'm like, which we can't even afford, but I'm like, we got to do something, and we got to get out of this fucking house. It's 82 degrees in the middle of the day. And I'm like, I'm not even looking forward to it because I have to do everything. Like, there's a part of me that's just angry that I'm still in this space, that I don't, we had a girl helping me for a little bit. She was amazing, but she phased out, and it was expensive, and she could only do 3 hours a week. So, which was great. Like, it was still help, but I'm like, I'm the one who has to figure out, if we get up and out of here, I have to get all of our shit out of here. I know that there's other people who do all this stuff. I'm not trying to, like, but a lot of people have their moms. Like, most people have somebody. And I have all this other stuff that I'm having. I mean, I don't think about it all the time. I just needed to vent that because I'm like, I mean, the last thing I want is for me and my kids to not be good, because going forward, we have to be a team. But, you know, I have a kid, like my kid's 11, and the bath he can kind of do by himself. He can do a lot of things by himself, but he takes 5 times as long to do most things, even getting dressed in the morning, because it's like he thinks it's funny, I think. And it's not funny to me. And I have to help him with his shoes, which is a small thing, but it's like I have to do that every day. Like, my kid can't do that by himself. He does sweep under the table after we eat, but he doesn't help me vacuum or clean like the baseboards. Baseboards? Or just things that most kids would pick up seeing their mom do it and help. Like, I would have to ask him, and it would be a hard task for him to help him pour water and make all of his meals still. Anyway, that's enough of that. I'm just very angry at this point still, and trying to. We drove around this morning. My car is not cooling, and we drove around for over an hour trying to find a place to go. There was a parade going on, and then everything downtown was blocked, so we couldn't go to either of those spots to go swim. Drove back home, and then ended up going out this afternoon, and the weather was incredible, and we both got to get in, and it was beautiful, and that was a weird little blessing, so I'm grateful for that. I just need 3 of me to do everything. Thank you for listening.